Welcome back to another Medtech Snapshot. With me today is a good buddy of mine and long-term client. I've had an opportunity to work with Jeff for a number of years, is Jeff Kasalko, VP of R&D. So Jeff and I are going to get into some interesting discussions today about how do you fast-track your product development efforts, especially if you have a 510K device, Class 2 device. How do you move that along as quickly as possible to get into clinical trials? We're also going to hit Jeff with a surprise question, so stay tuned. All right, Jeff, I know that I told you we were only going to be doing a couple questions here. I kind of lied, but we're going to have some fun with this, all right? So,
okay.
What I would love for you to do is kind of think back into your career. You've had this nice, long, really nice career. You've kind of done it all, right? You've been in the strategics, you've been in the startups, right? Can you think about a time where you had a moment, and looking back on that moment, it really was a pivotal moment in your career, kind of a catalyst, if you will, to help in your forward momentum of your career, kind of to where it brought you today?
Sure.
Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, the surprise questions are great. Let's see. I can think of one, and I think it's one that stands out for me. Is I was early in my career. I was probably 6 years into in a larger strategic company, and I was approached with an opportunity to join something small. I would have been employee number 3 at a small startup company.
Wow.
And being at a large company, having sort of the perks that come with that, I said no. I said no a lot for months. I said no. But then I think I woke up one morning and was just going through it in my mind and realized I can either say yes and regret it, or I can say no and regret not doing it. And I think that was sort of that moment was, do I want to look back at this and regret not doing it, or do it and probably not regret it? I came up with plenty of opportunities to meet new people, learn new experiences. And so ultimately I said yes. I said yes at a really awkward time because I was also buying a house. And that, added plenty of stress to the situation where I'm leaving a nice stable organization and going to, the unknown, while also, growing my personal life as well. But
what a sales pitch that must have been to your wife.
It took a while. It took a while, but she allowed me to explore that, and I think that really stands out. I mean, I took a risk. I took a chance, and I've been able to kind of go between the worlds of large and small companies over the years. I think partly because I just said yes to a really unknown situation.
So you went from a strategic size organization literally into a company of less than a dozen, 3, 4, whatever that was.
Yep.
When you look back on that decision, that was a big risk.
Yes.
What did that teach you that maybe you're using still today?
I think it teaches you that you can do sometimes a lot more than you think you can. Sometimes a lot of those limitations you put on yourself are maybe self-imposed. So getting out there and just giving it a shot, getting that exposure to things that you maybe normally wouldn't do. I mean, I got to be over my career, been able to everything from, technician to a leader of an organization. And so it allows you that opportunity to really expand and just try new things. But it definitely teaches you resilience.